We're done finally with a lot of that heavy work up on the roof. So we're ready now to run on our barge rafter. And here on the ends of these rafters, we've got fascia. Well, these are pieces of trim. People are going to look at those for a long time, so we want to do a real good job at that. That's why we waited until now to mark and cut these rafter tails. Once these rafter tails are cut and our fascia is nailed on, it's going to be perfectly straight. On this model, we want to give it a 14-inch overhang. That's why we made a mark at 12.5 inches, because our fascia is 1.5 inches wide. Now that we've got it marked, we're using this piece of rafter template. It has a 4 12 plumb cut on it, and we're marking our rafters. Once they're all marked, we'll just come back and cut them. You'll notice we cut a miter at the end of the barge rafter. This makes for a neat joint with the fascia, and we nail it together with galvanized finish nails. You'll notice how right here we held our fascia down almost a 1/2 inch below this rafter tail. That way the fascia planes in with the pitch of the roof. So when we put on our sheeting, you can see how everything comes together real nicely. After snapping a line and cutting the lookouts to length, Joe and I hang the barge rafters. They're 2x8 cedar, the same size as our fascia. Make sure you're well braced before leaning out over the edge. We nail off with 16-penny galvanized, 2 at the ridge and 2 into every lookout. Yeah. The ends run wild and will be cut later. Next, the fascia. Fascia hides the ends of the rafters and gives a trim look to the house. Here's a mitered corner, and again we're using hot dip galvanized 16s. Eventually we'll nail off our fascia with 2 nails into each rafter. You can see here how we hold it down a 1/2 inch, just like on the model. On a long run of fascia, joints are mitered and nailed at a rafter tail. Even if the wood shrinks, the joints still look good. Well, it's not long now till we have sheeting on this roof. And all this rain we've been having will keep on the outside, not on the inside. Now, we're out here in the garage, but all our eaves from below, they're open. So instead of running this sheeting material clear down to this outside edge, we like to cover these eaves with a starter board. Here it takes 3 pieces. That way, when people look from down below, they'll see a nice looking piece of wood. Once the starter board is on, then we can sheet the rest of the building with the sheeting material. You can sheet your overhang with plywood, but for a more trim look, use these long lengths of starter board. And if you need to butt them, do it over a rafter. On the gable ends, we run the boards in the other direction, across the lookouts, and cut them in place.